You know that person who, the moment something goes wrong, is already solving it. The plan fell apart, they're rebuilding it. Someone is falling apart. They're already saying the exact right thing. And you're standing there thinking, how? Because your instinct in that same moment was to freeze. Or wait for someone else to handle it. Here's what nobody tells you about those people. It's not a personality trait. It's not a gift. It's a pattern that was built. And once you understand how, you're going to start seeing it everywhere, including inside yourself. Psychologist Albert Bandura identified something called self-efficacy. Not confidence, not optimism. Something more precise. The belief, specific and earned, that you are capable of handling what is directly in front of you. Bandura found this belief alone changes everything. How long someone persists before giving up. How much effort they pour in when it gets hard. Whether they see a broken situation as a threat or something they can reach into and change. The person who fixes everything didn't wake up this way. They were built this way. By something very specific that happened, probably long before they knew it was happening. The origin. Think about the first time a child actually fixes something. They wiggle the wire and the lamp turns on. They say the right thing and the tension drops. That moment rewires how they see themselves in relation to problems. Suddenly, the world isn't something that just happens to them. It's something they can move. Bandura called these mastery experiences, and research ranks them as the single most powerful source of self-efficacy. Not being told you're capable, actually doing it yourself. That's what sticks. Those moments come from one of two places. A parent who said, "I'm not giving you the answer, I'm helping you find it." Or a parent who wasn't there at all, so the child had no choice but to figure it out alone. Both pathways lead to the same place. A person who believes, at a cellular level, that broken things are handleable. The hidden side. Here's what most videos about this will never tell you. Not every person who fixes everything is doing it from a place of strength. Some of them learned to fix things because it was how they earned their place. Standing there helpless was, at some point in their life, genuinely dangerous. So their nervous system made a decision early on. I will never be helpless again. And they built an entire identity around that. Competence became armor. Capability became the price of belonging. Now they cannot watch someone struggle without jumping in. They cannot leave a problem unsolved without an anxiety they can't fully explain. That is not strength. That is a coping mechanism wearing a superhero costume. The tell is simple. Ask them to let someone else handle something. If they physically cannot relax, that's not capability. That's a nervous system that never got the memo that the danger is over. But then there's the other kind. The person who fixes things not because they need to, but because broken things genuinely fascinate them. They'll take apart something they already fixed just to understand it better. They explain what went wrong with more detail than anyone asked for, delighted, like they found something beautiful hidden inside the broken thing. What separates them from the trauma-driven fixer is this. When something truly can't be fixed, they can accept that. Disappointed, not destroyed. Because their identity was never tied to the solution. It was tied to the engagement. Spending time around people like that recalibrates something in you. Because what they model, without meaning to, is that not knowing how to do something is just a temporary state. You might be watching this realizing you're not one of these people. That problems feel like things that happen to you rather than things you happen to. That is not a character flaw. It's a history. Bandura's entire life's work says this. Self-efficacy builds through experience. Not motivation. Not believing harder. Through small specific moments of I tried and it actually worked. You tightened the screw. You made the call. You stayed in the room when everything in you wanted to leave. The architecture of capability is built one mastery experience at a time. And the first one is always the smallest. The person in your life who fixes everything wasn't born that way. They were built by moments of agency, of struggle, of figuring it out when there was no one else to do it. Those moments are still available to you, right now, in the smallest possible version. The call you've been avoiding. The thing you've been outsourcing because somewhere along the way, you decided it was too big for you. It probably isn't. Subscribe. Because the gap between who you are and who you could be isn't talent. It isn't history. It's just the next small thing you haven't done yet.